Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another game for the All-Star break here in Lorraine. My name is Marcus Bailier, and right next to me is my best bud in the world, Ryan Eastman. How's everything going with you, bud?
It's going great, Marcus. Not just another game, it is the game of the All Star Week. We get to see the best players in the league battling it out in the All Star game of 2018.
And yes, what an exciting game that is going to be. We have some old faces and, of course, some new faces on both squads, as usual, as with per the votes for the best players that have been voted by the fans out there watching right now, and it is going to be very exciting.
Very much so. Not just the fans, but also the staff. Remember, the fans definitely decided the starting lineup in sixth fur, but it was the team staff that filled out the rest of the roster based on how they felt the players deserved to make it into the game.
Yes, and I'm gonna say, like, from all the decisions that have been made throughout both the people throughout the league and of course the fans sitting at home, they have made such an excellent all-star rosters for both the East and the West. And I've got to say, I'm very excited to see how this game is approaching.
Same. Any bets on West or East? We just saw the rookies from the East Conference take it all in the rookie game. How about this game?
Honestly, I would have to say the West could probably take this one, considering the fact that we already have I would say probably arguably some of the best backcourt and front court playing together. And by that, I mean, of course, Sylvius and Lawyer, and of course, Jake Turner and Big Danny Q. It's
And
been,
Scooney and Jazz
and
and
Jazz. I mean, the list can go on and on when it comes to the front court, at
well,
least.
I think you hit the nail on the head, especially for how the rosters ended up becoming for both teams. The West definitely star-studded in terms of the center position, whereas the East, their entire roster is pretty much relying on Sterling Bingsing to be the center to combat the Giants on the other team, as he's the only center from the East to make the All Star game. We'll probably see a few rotations where perhaps Adam or even Edwin have to switch over to the center position.
Yeah, that's gonna be a pretty interesting lineup for those guys. But as we said, this is the All Star game, and these guys, even though this is a very star-studded type of game for everyone to see, we're hopefully not going to see too many hard defensive stouts from either team. So we're just gonna have some fun with it.
Yeah, the All Star game where defense is non existent.
Yep, that's you can say it again, my man. Anyway, how about we go ahead and get things started, shall we?
Sure, go ahead. And we're going to see the lineups for both All Star rosters coming onto the court now. Um, you were talking about the backcourt for the West being dominant with their bigs, Jake and oh God, I've already forgotten who else is Scooney. Don't kill me, Mr. Otter. But you can't discount the front court for the East with Lance leading the charge.
Yeah, definitely got it there.
I was to say the tip-off went the way of the West with Turner almost a foot taller than Sterling. Quick basket there coming out from Scooney. Going to put the West up by 2 to start the game. Wildfire.
Surprisingly,
Sorry,
excuse
go
me.
ahead.
Surprisingly, Scooney was able to get down there as we get to see Lance going down into the paint right there.
Yeah, the small bunny able to dance around the defenders and get into the post pretty easily. Whereas you have Jake using his size to do the similar. But I see Inoue dipping down the Scooney, who got around his man, laying it up and in. That's 4 quick points from the Otter.
Yeah, right now he's a really huge powerhouse, and getting those quick little lobs in there will definitely be effective.
Well, I mean, that's what he does all day in Hawaii. We were talking about him and Tate. Those two can definitely dominate the post all day, especially given their conference. They have to fight up against some of the best bigs in the league with, like, Jazz. It's actually Turner going to force Lance to dish it out to Millark for 3, but it's good. First 3 of the game. Neither team has missed so far.
Well, it's not surprising considering the All-Star game.
Well,
Defense is kind of not a thing here.
well, you say that, but we have seen if the rookie game's anything to go by, we might see a few blocks come out. Actually, a quick turnover there. Inoue trying to pass dangerously down low to the post, trying to keep Barrett going, but Lance not even going to bother passing it, taking it Top of the arc, three-pointer. No one
Yeah.
around. Defense was a little slow, speaking of which.
Well, there we go with my freaking color commentary jinx.
Yep. Lawyer with the ball. Right sideline. Dishing down to Nue, who's backed up into the post, using his size to get around Lance. Can't get the bucket. Gets offensive rebound and puts it back up and in. Well, first miss of the game, but I can't deny him the offensive rebound and putting it back up for free second chance points. Lance giving it over to Malark. Trying to back down against John, but ends up giving it up. Sorry, not John. That was Lance going for three over the screen. Perfect from the floor tonight. It was a new A. They had switched on the matchup. That's why I was a little confused there, why the dog was guarding Trice. Oh, sorry. I'm a little tired after last night. Sylvius to the paint. I hear you chuckling over there.
Oh, it's nothing. It's nothing. I mean,
Look,
just
you're burping in the last broadcast. I thought you were drunk.
okay. Look, I'm just trying to take a little bit of a revenge of all the shade that you're just throwing at me last night, but everything's good now.
It's okay. Wildfire down low in the post, going to match up against the Nue and gets it up and in. Lance playing it smart, knowing when to dish out when he's got an unfavorable matchup, such as when he was about to be blocked by Turner. Speaking of which, Sylvius for the West looking to draw up a little bit of a play, giving it to Lawyer, the Meerkat, making a long two. No, it's a three. In fact, he was behind the line. Quick little assist coming out from the Dakota, quote-unquote, Splash Furs.
With those two players knowing each other very well, it's not a surprise they'll be able to find looks for each other.
Well, yeah, speaking of which, I mean, you look on the other side. Actually, we see Malark quick down low. Block from behind. However, Sterling gets the offensive rebound. Can't make it fall, though.
Excellent defense there.
And you said there was no defense in this game. Only when it matters and it's showboating.
Pretty much.
That was done with some authority there. Could have been a foul if he had drawn any contact. And Turner going to fight his way past Sterling. And just high arcing ball. Sterling doesn't even take a shot at jumping there. He knows he's beat. Giving the West a 1-point lead. Close game. High field goal percentage for both teams.
Can't expect anything less.
Malark down to Wildfire. Wildfire lays it up and in with the reverse layup.
Nice quickness there to get into the paint for that easy open lay-in.
Well, I don't think there's anyone faster in the league right now than the Bun. There are a couple that might give him a good shot, but his size, it's kind of hard to stop him, especially when he accelerates so quickly. Turner again using his size just to back down on Malark this time. Huge size disadvantage there. Doesn't mind drawing the contact either.
Yeah, the Big Fox is big for a reason with the fact that with the years in this league now, being able to build up his body, it's really hard to defend against him.
Well, especially when your tallest player, I mean, Sterling can definitely defend the post, but you got a Randolph Mackenbach backing up Sterling at the power forward position. That's not what he's really played at this year. He's more of a small forward. You see Lance, though, just going to do a pull-up jumper off the pass. No good, though. First miss for him tonight. So you see Turner bringing the ball up. Point forward, trying to pass down low dangerously. Lawyer blocked. Sylvius offensive rebound. Quick little play there.
Yeah, it went a little bit wild for the West, but it ended up being successful for them.
Well, the East had the pause on it twice and just couldn't do anything. They first intercepted the pass, but just could not get a hand on it. Ended up landing in Lawyer's hands. See, Magenbach turnaround jumper, no good. Wildfire actually tips it out, somehow able to jump higher than the defender. East retained possession there. Going to call for a quick little screen. Driving to the paint, left open. No good off the front iron. The West, Unue sees a lane to the basket, but decides to dish out to Lawyer. High arcing three is no good.
I can't go wrong with that pass because he was wide open, just not be able to sing at that time.
Yeah, the East had left a lane for Unue, and they tried to collapse on in. The dog was able to see exactly where to go with the ball, just couldn't get it to convert. And 4 seconds left on the shot clock. I'm going to just go ahead and shoot up a three real quick. No good. Turner with the rebound. And Nue is going to bring it up for the West. Quick pass to Turner is intercepted, and we're going to see a fast break the other way. Sawyer Looked like he was going to drive, but decides to take the shot from the logo. Makes the 2-point conversion as the defender had collapsed all the way to the post, trying to cut off his lane for an easy layup.
Yeah, that was definitely a bad pass there. Went right to the defender.
I think the defender was lost behind Turner, and then he just stepped around him. Speaking of which, Scooney just going to take a little spin step around the defender and let him fall out of the way, and could have slammed it down, but decided just to go for the easy layup.
Don't want to embarrass him too much now.
Well, in the reverse, embarrassing if you miss that kind of dunk. Mackenbach, spin move, fighting down low against Scooney. Tries to get it up and over, but no good. Scooney perfect from the floor so far with a block as well. New way over to Sylvia. Sylvia's really quick down low to Turner. Going to get the foul and the bucket. Going to go for an and one now. Second foul. The East starting to rack up some misses.
Right now, Banksink is definitely struggling against Turner. It's not that big of a surprise considering the size difference.
Well, not just that. I mean, I don't know many people that would argue that Turner is not the best power forward in the league / center. If it wasn't for DQ playing alongside him, you could argue he'd be the best center in the league. And we're going to see some changes for both teams. Kim going to come in at point guard now. Going to play along his fellow's teammate Sterling. Let's see if they can get anything going. Going to get over to Tavella. Tavella gets Turner. A little too much power behind it off the back iron. DeMarcus the Lawyer for the quick shot. This time Lawyer's good, but his paws were inside the 2-point line. Quick transitional attacks coming out from the West, even if they aren't always converting. Challenging the East defense to get back quicker or else they're going to embarrass them. Speaking of embarrassing, Kim just glides around the defense like it wasn't even there and lays it up and in.
Yeah, Kim is a very, very fast individual in his own right. Pretty much make it very confusing for the defenders to really get the good setup.
Well, then they don't know when to switch off on him. So most of these players haven't played together before, and Scooney no good on the post up. Actually, a foul coming in from Lawyer, trying to get a little aggressive there, staying close to the man, ended up getting called for the contact.
Yeah, sometimes like in the heat of the moment, it can happen. A little bit of slip ups here and there, but you can't keep doing that.
Well, as long as it isn't like physical, too physical, it's forgivable. We don't want to get any bloodbaths going here in the All-Star game. I think there's some kind of contract players have to sign now, promising not to not to result in anything too major. Adi Morales, as time's winding down, he's going to have to do a pull-up fadeaway.
Ooh.
Good shot. Bird.
Yeah, definitely an excellent shot from Adi Morales. Definitely one of the best players in Lorraine at the moment.
Oh, I think Griga's going to – you can't even argue the best bird between the two of them. Best bird pair, perhaps, in the league. That many bird pairs we got starting. Foul's going to be called, and we're going to see him go to the line for two. Kinney, not called for the travel. I leave it to the refs to decide when he's traveling or not.
It's definitely an interesting thing to call for a snake travel. I don't know how that works. Will it be like a 3-slither or?
I don't know. I'm just more surprised he hasn't been called for tripping more often. First free throw is up and good. West 26, East 20 with 3 minutes and 38 seconds left to go in the first quarter. High-scoring game so far. Then again,
well, I'm not
say
not
All-Star.
Anything less. With this being the All-Star weekend, it's not a surprise that it's going to be as high as it goes. And I probably would bet you that both teams will end up with around 35 points or more by the end of this quarter.
Definitely possible at the rate they've been going. They've been shooting at will. You're going to see Kim calling for the screen from Morales. Tavella. On the perimeter. Looks like he's trying to call for an isolation play. Maybe trying to set up a drive to the basket. But no, he's going to pass it down to Adi. Adi gets fouled from behind. DQ a little too hard on the contact there. The basket is good. Chance for an and one here.
Yeah, it's one of the few moments that DQ was actually caught off guard in the paint. And Adi Morales is happily able to take advantage of that.
Yeah, I think it was a little confusion there between the who was switching off on him. Like I said, DQ's definitely used to playing alongside Jake, and between the two of them, they can pretty much extend their arms anywhere in the paint. No go on the free throw. Only 2 points from that play. DeMarcus giving it over to Lawyer, who's still on the floor for the West. See, we're going to see a foul from Umechi now. Reach-in call. Umechi representing a different team for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, it's really it's still a little bit weird to see him not in the Albany colors with a decision to go to the Spirits, but right now it's pretty decent for him over there. Right now, I feel like the season could be going better for him, but
Well, he says the
not
season could be
everything
going
go
better
their
for a
way.
lot of people right now, but 30 games left to go. It's anyone's season still. And we see Kim going for three, can't get to convert. However, Akiak able to reach in and get the offensive rebound around the defender. Julian unable to get that box out going. You see Akiak trying to work his way into the paint, but we see DQ coming over to help. Forces him to back out and give it over to Adi Morales. 6 seconds left. Goes in. Almost like he got a paw on it, and DQ not even letting it bounce a second time as he gets it off the rim. Jazz fouled by Adi Morales.
Yeah, right now that was a little bit too fast for the East defenders to really get set on points, so they had no choice but to foul.
Yeah, and again, it's one of those situations where your power forward's 7'6", and you're 6'8". Sometimes a little bit of a foul with some contact. Keep it from scoring, hopefully. Kim with a nice little screen. Giving over to Umechi. Umechi open from three. Again, dribbled a little bit before taking the shot, but he had so much time that it was just an easy bucket even then.
Yeah, there's no problem with taking as much time as you need with all that open space.
Well, unless the time runs out, but
Of course, but
you say that, and then the shot clock violation just comes in. Julian, 15 feet from the rim, off the pass from DQ, is good. West 33, East 25. Kim giving over to Adi Morales. Adi to Akiak. Downloaded to Tavella. Tavella pushing his way past Jazz, but gives up to Kim, who's from the top of the arc. No good. DQ with the rebound.
can't really go wrong with the decision of passing it out like that, considering how wide open that Kim is. And Kim usually makes those shots pretty easily.
Yeah, maybe a little surprised how open he was, and Jazz just going to drive in. I think he was matched up against Pratt there for a second off the switch, and that was not going to be a fun experience for the...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he's just going to get nothing but bullied in that situation.
Poor Husky going to get run over by the Shark. Morales trying to pump fake Jazz, get him to bite on it, but he just won't. Still able to force his way down, and Jazz just sticks his paw up and blocks it. Adi Morales gets the rebound, goes up to Vela with the offensive rebound. And DQ is going to get called with the foul, but he managed to block the ball on the way up at least.
Yeah, excellent offensive effort for the East. Adi Morales, even though got blocked, he still stick with the play. And as you can see, the best case scenario was to get a good foul here and go for two.
Yeah, it's definitely chippy down low in the post, considering this is the All-Star game. You don't see them fighting for offensive rebounds that much, but it works out in the end for them. 2 points with 31 seconds left. 2 possessions probably in this quarter left to go. And actually, we're going to see an intercepted by Umechi as they're trying to give it over to Julian. Umechi giving it over to Redmayne. Redmayne laying it up and in. 3 feet from the hoop. With that, the East 29, West 35. They will have the last possession unless they decide to shoot early in the clock. And you don't
Not too surprised here going for that isolation play.
Yeah, and it looks like they're just going to run down the clock, and they have their heavy side on the right. Probably going to have one person give a screen or give it over to DQ. 1 second left from 17 feet out. It's not going to be good for him. That's not his range. They should have left it with Cresta.
Yeah, as great as a bear DQ is, the perimeter shot is definitely not his forte.
Well, I mean, maybe he was trying to go for that show-off move. We've seen centers in the past, take that 1 3-point shot just to try and embarrass the other team slash show prove that they can take the shot and make it.
Yeah, we've seen some surprises here and there when it comes to the SportsDen experience in general.
And with the end of the first quarter, the score remained 35-29 off the missed shot. Second quarter starting with the East in possession. We're going to see them substituting most of their starting lineup back in. Sterling, top of the key, giving it back to Wildfire. Screenplay going down low in the post. Going to give it over to Umechi. Umechi fadeaway shot, no good. Bearquin going to get the rebound. Inoue. Got a spin move, giving over to Bearquin. Matching up against Sterling here, decides to give it back up to Inoue. He's on the perimeter. Over to Rinstill. Seeing what she can do with it. Ends up giving it to Malka and Griga. A little too aggressive there. Tried to steal it on the way in and called for the reach-in foul.
Yeah, always trying to find a way to get some more highlight reels with some quick steals. But that time, no dice.
No dice. Bearquin off the pass, lays it up and in. Nice play there, considering it was ball never even touched the ground, I think.
Yeah, it was a nice quick setup from the coach, I should say.
Well, I don't know how much it was the coach play and just the. I don't. Can you even really coach an All-Star game?
I mean,
just tell them to go out there and do things.
Just like, hey, let's just play it around and have some fun.
Score. Done. Lawyer going up on the layup, draws contact from Umechi. Second foul for him. He's going to go to the line for an and one opportunity. Swishes it through the net easily. 1 minute gone. West already scored 5 points. East haven't gotten a bucket yet in the quarter. Redmayne setting something up, wanting a screen from Umechi. 5 seconds left, has to just put it up in the air. Gets it to fall. Not for three, though. Paws were inside the line. No surprise calling. Sorry, go ahead.
Probably just a quick screen. Nothing really much to do at that point since, of course, this is the All-Star game. We're just playing to play. Just trying to show themselves out a little bit.
I was going to say, no surprise Umechi coming over to help him out. Former teammate. Knows what his fellow All-Star wants in a play. Lawyer from three as the shot clock is starting to wind down. No good. Wildfire gets the rebound. Umechi on the other end. Going to play point this time. Giving over to Wildfire. Over to Redmayne. Back to Sterling. No one in the paint. Looks like they're trying to play isolation here. Umechi finally forces his way past Lawyer. Draws a revenge foul. Chance to go for an and one. Bring it back to a 5-point game.
Yeah, it's interesting to see Umechi and Lawyer playing against each other for a little bit. Getting a little too rough out there.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to see any kind of injuries happen during the game. Inoue, good pass to Kelvin. Kelvin giving out to Silvius, who's on the left sideline. No good, though, from the open three.
It was excellent passing. I think that probably would have been a clean play if it just went a little bit softer.
Yeah, a little too much power behind it, but stolen almost there. Silvius patting it, but no one around to collect it as it just rolled out of bounds. East will keep possession with 12 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, the Weasel with a nice quick pause there.
Not quick enough to completely wrap it up, but at least poked it out. Griga blocked by Malka. Malka just softly putting his paw in front of him and saying, no, you shall not take the shot. Lawyer loses his footing and drops the ball, and no one picks it up for a second. He just sits on it.
Surprised there wasn't a foul there.
Yeah, Griga, nice pump fake, bites, forces Lawyer to bite, and he just lays it up on the second effort. Quick pass down to Bearquin. Bearquin laying it up and in over Sterling. Polecat unable to do anything against.
Excellent find there, but I believe it was Silvius.
I believe so, yeah, Silvius. Quick pass. It was a very fast play, like 3 seconds into the shot clock, it seemed. Over to Griga, who's wide open. He's known for his threes, but just can't make it fall. Silvius rebounding it. Going to play point this time. Calls for the screen from Malka. Gets open. Ends up backing out again. Over to Lawyer. Lawyer. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. He's going to have to make a decision whether he's going to take the shot or not. From 20 feet out, he better make a decision. He does take the long three. No good.
Probably doing a little bit of a showboaty there, trying to make that deep three.
Yeah, a little bit farther than maybe he should have taken a step in. Even with the paw in the face, he probably would have had a better chance. Redmayne, huge
Ooh.
block, sent right over to Inoue. 3-on-1 fast break. Better watch out for a dunk opportunity here. Over to Bearquin, Silvius with the assist, and Sterling with his second personal foul.
Yeah, Barraquin looking at the defensive play right there.
And on the other end as well, getting down low in the post quickly. Huge block there. Surprised it didn't go into the stands with how much power was behind it. Sterling giving it back over to Kim. Two Voodoo looking to get the game going again. Actually going to give it down to Mackenbach. Mackenbach, quick pull-up over Scooney. Works out for him. Both teams working the quick turnaround jumper tonight. Anyway, down to Scooney. He's gotten into the post, and Mackenbach's going to foul him. Another chance for an and one. Could extend the lead to double digits once again.
Now Barrett using his size to his advantage as he makes the free throw, making it a 10-point lead, 48-38.
The West, perfect from the line tonight. 9 for 9 so far. That's the difference in score basically here. The West getting it done from the line is giving them this advantage here. And perhaps put the other team in a little bit of foul trouble. Any thoughts so far on how the game's been going?
Right now, I'm really impressed with how the West has been able to find their way into the paint, because a lot of these players that we know from the guards especially are known as more of the perimeter, as we get to see a nice shot from, I believe that was
it was Adi Morales with the
Adi
two from the
Morales.
paint. I mean, as you were saying, they're the West definitely have the size advantage in terms of getting to the post, and the all power to the East. Scooney, quick shot against the shooter's roll to fall as well. All the power to the East with the shortest player on the team, Lance, getting it done in the post as well, challenging the Giants. But as they've moved to the perimeter, they've started to struggle just a little bit. And we're going to see Kim trying to get a screen going, ends up giving up to Adi Morales, who goes for a three of his own off the back iron, just a little off center, causes it to miss.
You feel like the East might be relying too much on the three ball?
Well, I mean, what else can you do right now if you can't get anything done in the post? Anyway, manages to force his way by Kim, and another foul called. They're not even trying to foul. The refs maybe just being a little too over happy about any kind of contact.
I mean, yeah, come on. We gotta have. This is the All-Star game. Let the boys play.
Ooh, now this lineup is going to be bad. We just see Jake Turner coming in. Mackenbach is now playing center.
Ugh,
Sterling being sat down to give him some rest. The issue of the East only having one center make the All-Star game might show up, but then Adi Morales goes up for the huge dunk.
Adi showing how his hand, he could have probably been in the dunk contest.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, he was it last year. I say Inoue going to answer right back with a quick layup, keeping the score at 13-point difference. See if Adi can get another lane to the basket perhaps and try and replicate that effort. In fact, we're going to see a reverse layup, double clutch coming out from Kim there. The Birds taking over for the East.
Showing some avian love right there from the East side.
Very much so. I can't help it. Look, you get your Bears, I get my Avians. Lawyer, top of the perimeter, giving it up to Turner. Turner passes back to Lawyer. Lawyer open from the logo, 15 feet out. It's no good. Mackenbach wanted to do a fast break, but no one was around. Decides to take the shot himself and gets it to convert from the top of the key, just inside the three-point line.
Hey, sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Oh, especially if your defender looks half asleep on you. Happens sometimes. Turner off the pass from Silvius. Going to get it to fall. Sawyer, though, with the foul.
Excellent convert for the tough shot from Turner.
Definitely, and we're going to see Kim going to bring it up for the East. Turner already backing over there, prepared for him to drive by, and we're going to see Tavella blocked by Turner. Turner with the half-hearted block attempt, got it to connect. Not even sure he jumped. Reach-in foul called on Sawyer. in the bonus, so we're going to see go to the line for 2. Go on the first. Kenny. No good on the second, though. Easy shot, no good. West, 59. East, 46.
Yeah, they're still up by 13. It's definitely a good, healthy lead for the West, as we can see Magenbach with the fadeaway jumper.
Ooh, nice fadeaway, kicking his foot out a bit to guarantee that separation there. DeMarcus on the perimeter. Trying to get over to Scooney. Scooney almost blocked there. Rattles around the rim, but does fall in eventually. Almost perfect from the floor tonight. Only has 1 miss. And we're going to see the East call a quick timeout. Is there anything... You mentioned earlier the East living and dying by the 3. Do you think they need to keep with that, or should they try and switch it up? I mean, Sterling could be a little bit more active in the post tonight, but they don't have very many options aside from him.
Yeah, well, right now I think they have to probably look towards more so in the middle by their mid-range jumps. Like I said, a lot of these players are very well known for their mid-range jumpers.
You say that, and then Magenbach decides to come out and slam it in on his own off the quick give and go. Yeah, definitely mid-range is something that can be lost sometimes in the game. We see, the dunks showing off in the 3 points, but that mid-range game, like Turner right here, off the glass, can be deadly. Actually, the West now going to have their team Seattle in. Kenny, Magenbach with the quick 3, no good. Kenny, Turner, and DQ all on the floor representing Seattle right now.
Gonna see these boys work their magic. Probably show some plays that they already know.
Yeah, it only takes 3 of them, honestly. Double block, and Kenny has all day. Or see DQ pulling it up from 12 feet out, no good.
And comparing the size for the West and the East, it's gonna be really hard to find a way to get into the paint when it comes to the team blue.
When these two are on the floor, like I said, you see them walk. You can see them from anywhere on the court. DQ almost gets a paw on it from that far out, but Magenbach is good on the 3. If DQ had been any closer, I would have been worried about a block there, and he gave him plenty of space.
Yeah, but with Magenbach, he's a little bit more of an underrated when it comes to the 3-point, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, he unfortunately fell out of the 3-point contest early, but definitely good in the league. And we see Krista, no good, but we're going to see a quick, nice pause from DQ. You don't usually see soft pause from him. He grabs it in the air and just pushes it back in. Normally he would go for a slam, but thank you for not destroying the hoop. I would rather not have to stop the game and wait for the replacement hoop to come out. Pratt from 3 is good. Answering back, keeps the West with brings the East back within 9.
Trying their best to stay within single digits as we get to the close of the first half.
Yep, and we see Kenny giving over to Turner. Turner just forces his way into the paint, doesn't even bother. Millar can't really do much there, decides not to go up for the shot block, knowing he'll probably just get called for a foul there. Tavella giving it back over to Kim. Kim, shot clock starting to wind down, as is the quarter clock. We're down to 1 minute and 18 seconds left. Magenbach, spin around jumper again. This time can't get to go. Julian gets the rebound, is going to bring it up the court. Giving it over to DeMarcus. DeMarcus going to pull back and set up a play, but we're going to see DQ over to DeMarcus. Again, DeMarcus for 3 this time. No good. Tavella manages to box out the Big Fox and gets the rebound. Kim over to the Husky. 46 seconds left on the shot clock. Going to give it down to Tavella in the post, who's backing up against Julian. Julian not used to having to defend big guys like that and gets the easy bucket. But Turner, ooh, full court pass, and Turner just slams it and steals it. And he gets it back.
Okay.
What? Turner, please.
Turner with the jammer and the quick pause for another lay-in.
Oh, thank you for not slamming that second one in. I don't think I could have handled that. Oh, my Lord. That was a beautiful full-court pass coming out and just slams it down. And as he lands, they try and hurry up the East, and they can't get it to go. They're going to get a reverse layup to fall, trying to hush the crowd a little bit off of that. But I don't think you can stop the crowd after
Yeah,
that
right
five
now
seconds.
Turner's stealing the show at the end of this half as
Three
we get to
seconds and
see.
4 points out of the Fox. And we see him get it again. He's going to get the fadeaway. No good. Gets his offensive rebound. Goes,
Oh,
puts it back up and in. It's
okay.
good,
Did that count?
but I think the refs want to take a look at this as we're going to go into halftime. Turner is going for a heat check from like 18 feet out, fading away. Gets it, doesn't get it to convert, but he just runs up and grabs his own miss and puts it back up. And I think it was good, but it
Yeah,
was close.
if this counts, then Turner's is just trying to steal the All-Star game. He's just trying to be the star of the show.
And yes, it looks like he had zero point 0.1 seconds left there when he put it up in the air. Oh, Lord, Turner. 6 points to end the quarter. And we are getting confirmed that the refs do agree that he did, in fact, get the shot off. That'll mean the West are up 73 to 60. The lead of 13 has remained going into the half. Whew.
Wow, what a way to end the half.
Turner definitely got to go into momentum into this locker room. I don't think the East were expecting Turner to actually go for a steal that quickly because they were looking confused. And he just reached out and grabbed it as it went out of bounds. And oh my.
And right now the paint being a huge favor for the West. We saw the field goal percentage 70%.
Yeah.
That's unheard of.
Again, we're gonna look at the stats real quick. Do you want to run through how they've been doing?
Yes, as we get to see, we got Lawyer with 8 points, 3 for 8 for shooting. That's pretty decent so far for the first half. Jake Turner the burner, just doing everything. 21 points, 5 rebounds, a steal, a block, 9 out of 10 for shooting. That's a lot, man. Ren Inoue with 7 points, 3 boards, and 6 assists. Really good work from him. And of course, Matthew Silvius with 4 points, 2 rebounds, and 5 assists. Good look for the Weasel. Scooney Barrett with 13 points, 3 rebounds, and a block, 6 for 7 for field goals. That paint is really doing well for him. JCK, 2 points, a rebound. Nothing too special there, but it's the All-Star game. What can you do in that? Of course, with Kenny DeMarcus with 3 points, 3 assists of his own. And Daniel Kubionic with 4 points, 4 rebounds, and assist. Hasn't been blocked anyone yet, surprisingly, in this game. Cresta Rensil with 1 rebound and an assist. Barraquin with 7 points, 4 rebounds, and a block. And Barnaby Jazz, 4 points and an assist with 1 block. And of course, Kevin Malco with his sole block of the day. So that's pretty much here going into the East with Sterling Bankston not being able to score, but with 4 rebounds and surprisingly 3 assists. And Randolph with 11 points and 2 rebounds and a steal. Peter Millark with 5 points, an assist, and a block of his own. Derek Kim with 2 assists in the game, and with Sawyer, he has 4 points as well. Lance going in with 11 points, a rebound, and an assist. Hasn't been doing a lot as a disher, but he's doing very well for the points as well for his team. With Adam Morales with 8 points and a steal for himself. And of course, that's all the time that we're going to have.
Yeah, blazing through those stats. Definitely. You said DQ had no block. He did have a block, but it was a foul block, so it didn't count, unfortunately.
True.
And we're going to see the East coming out. Mackenbach giving a screen for Lance. Lance trying to get something going to the paint. Ends up having to retreat, though. Both teams with their starters back on the court now. 3 seconds left. Ends up going for the shot over Scooney, no good. Turner gets the rebound from over the top of Mackenbach. Poor Rat just can't get it down. And Turner, dangerous pass, intercepted by Lance. Mackenbach.
Ooh.
Coming back the other way, gets the foul on Turner, and Turner just kind of swats it away just to deny the extra chance for a point.
Kind of like the opposite of how this game ended, with him going all over the place scoring, and now him going all over the place making a few mistakes.
I mean, the adrenaline could still be pumping. He's got to get back in the rhythm. And one of the things about the stats you were talking about, between Jazz, Turner, Barraquin, and DQ, Scooney, they've missed 2 shots and they've scored like 40 points. So
Yeah. That
It's
that paint is really being a godsend for the team in red.
yep. Anyway, over to Sylvius. Sylvius giving up to Inouye. He's in the post. Mackenbach tried to go for the steal. Scooney going to go for three. And good. Mackenbach.
Ooh. Well then.
Scooney just going for a heat check shot there.
Well,
Still,
when we say we're gonna have big scoring threes, this is the game to do it.
I mean, especially when you're up by 13 already. Or, well, now up by 15, actually. Sawyer giving over to Malark. Malark trying to go for a pump fake. Ends up having to take the shot as the shot clock was starting to wind down. Gets the go, though, from long range. Quick pass down to Turner again. Turner just running all over the court here.
Turner is just murdering these guys.
In the post, no doubt. I mean, again, matched up against Mackenbach. Turner was just running down the court as soon as the shot went off for the East. Wildfire from the key is good. 2 points. 13-point game right now. 13th point for Lance. Turner up to 23 now. 10 for 11. The miss was a fluke considering he was going perfect into the last couple seconds of the game, the second of the half, when he got his own rebound. That was his first miss. Lawyer steps around his defender, just lays it up and in over Lance.
Yeah, right now some of the other forwards and guards trying to show that they're not the bigs aren't the only people that can go into the paint and make some noise.
Especially off the good dribble move to get around his defender there. Lance on the perimeter gives it to Sterling. Sterling going to take a chance of his own from three land. No good. Sylvius bringing up the court. Inouye was left open for a second there, but he's going to give it over to Barrett. Barrett to Lawyer. Lawyer could just give it to the Fox and see what he does, but no, he's going to give it back to Sylvius. Over to Scooney. Scooney pump fakes, bites on it hard, does Mackenbach. And Scooney is just able to lay it in. No defender around to even challenge him after Randy fell for that great pump fake.
Yeah, the bigs are just showing to be too much for the East to handle. They need to find a way to, on defense, to make sure that they don't even get to sniff the ball.
Well, I mean, Scooney and Turner definitely great experience. And Umechi going to go for a three off the inbound pass is good. That's one way to keep into the game. But for the West, their bigs definitely have more experience, and you can see that playing in. Both Sterling and Mackenbach were from the 2015 draft. In fact, a lot of the starters from this team are from the 2015 draft. Lawyer down to Sylvius. Sylvius going to match up. Going to give it over to Jazz, though. Jazz fading away from the basket, coming around, gets it to fall, though. 84-68. The West starting to pull away a little here. Lance calls for the screen. Ends up giving it back to Umechi. Umechi off his three. Could go for another one. Decides to give it to Sterling. Sterling to Griga. Lance is open and running to the paint, but it has to give it to Sterling. Umechi gives the screen to Griga. Griga for three is no good. Rattles outside the rim.
Yeah, it seems like just waiting for someone to take the shot at that point.
Yep. Sylvius over to Barrett. Could have tried to lay it up and in, but the defense was collapsing around him. Over to Sylvius. Sylvius, top of the arc. Trying to get a dribble move going. Trying to fake out his defender. Ends up fighting his way to the basket and gets Sawyer to foul him. Looks like that's what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
Or at least break his ankle because Sawyer too solid there. Unhinged. Unbreakable. No go on the second free throw, though.
Sylvius was trying to use his handles a little bit, not being able to make a second free throw, though.
He made one, but missed.
Yeah.
Lance trying to show off his own little moves, a bit faster on the play, giving up to Umechi. Umechi fights his way in, no good, bounces off the rim a couple times. Looked like it wanted to fall, but just a slight gust of wind could have knocked that out. Inouye on the perimeter, calling for some kind of play as shot clock starts to wind down. Spin moves, gives her to Barrett. Barrett's got a good matchup here. Tries to give it back to Inouye, but intercepted. Griga.
Excellent hands by Griga.
Yeah, I mean, just taking his wing out and blocking the ball as it tried to go past him. Redman giving over to Griga. Griga a chance to maybe get a shot up, but having to match up against Scooney. Scooney not used to playing on the perimeter, and Griga gets it to fall finally. That's his first 3 of the game. Brings it back
Yeah,
within 14.
yeah, Griga has a huge advantage when it comes to the perimeter game. Scooney may have that ability to do some hard defending in the post, but when it comes to the perimeter, it's not really his forte.
Yep. Sylvius to Jazz. Jazz just spins around and lays it up and in. I mean, that's the unfortunate thing is Griga is not that great in the. Well, he's a very good post defender, but not against a giant shark necessarily. See Lance just fighting his way in. Ends up switching to the left paw and lays it up and in, and the foul. I mean, that's one way to just get the 3-point play going.
Yeah, even considering his size, he can find his way to sneak past these giant defenders.
Yeah, speaking of which, Adi Morales is going to come in for center now and get some rest going. Going to have to match up against Jazz.
Whew. Good luck to that, man.
No breaking the bird, please. Might be a chance for Griga to pull out a double team on him, honestly. Sylvia's just going to take the 3 ball himself. No good. Adi with the rebound. Quick pass over to Wildfire. Wildfire lays up and in.
Excellent finding there from the bird.
A nice quick pass going in. It's one way the East can definitely exploit is Lance's size. Though small, is very hard to stop. He's very slippery almost, like a snake. Cough, cough, Kenny. Jazz no good on the shot.
Think he learned a thing or two from Kenny?
I think it's the other way, considering oh God, who's been in the league longer? I think they came out at the same time, actually. Adi Morales giving it over to Griga. Griga could go for another 3 attempt here, and he's thinking about it. He's matched up against Malka. He is going to go for the 3, and it is just barely no good. Actually, no, sorry, wasn't matched up against Malka. Getting my numbers mixed up here. Matched up against Lee Bearquin.
Okay, I have to say, Bearquin should have just slammed that home.
He should have, but I mean, it's whatever. Again, if you miss a dunk, that's kind of embarrassing. And speaking into my earpiece, they have confirmed that Lance has been in the league longer. Lance was 2010, Kenny was 2012.
Okay.
So maybe Kenny learned something from watching the Rabbit run around. Speaking of the Rabbit, switches it in. Nothing but net there. Brings it back to 10 points. The closest this game has been in the quarter since the end of the first half.
Yeah, the East are finally being able to sink in some of their shots that could find a way to sneak back into this game.
But Bearquin going to shut that out from 12 feet. Again, for the West, it's been the big men that have been dominating this game, scoring the majority of the points. And we're up to 91 already for the West, 79 for the East. Tavella wanted to drive in, but ends up just taking it from the free throw line. I think he wanted to go for a slam dunk, but reined himself in and just went for the free 2. Alka over to Julian. Julian trying to call for a screen, I think, from... Nope. Bearquin going to give it back to DeMarcus. DeMarcus going to step out or slither outside 3-point line. No good. And a foul called on Julian, I think, over the back. Julian trying to get a little aggressive there, going for the rebound.
Yeah, don't need to be too hard right now. You're only still down by 10. Sure, it's a double-digit deficit,
up by 10. Or, yeah, Julian, wrong team. Yeah, I'm thinking wrong team.
Oh.
Nice little spin move from Umechi there. DeMarcus going to bring it up for the other end. Lead cut to single digits, and we're going to see a steal.
Ooh.
Adi Morales, bad pass coming out from the West. Adi Morales just sticks his wing up and grabs it. Redmayne, shooters roll, gets it to fall. Like I said, this lead now down to 6. We've just seen this lead be whittled away here at the middle of the third quarter.
Yeah, these guys have finally made this a more interesting game here. Adi Morales, he's showing a lot of his athleticism, going for that long jump to get the steal.
Yeah, Morales, underrated. I mean, he's pretty much an all-rounder. No real weaknesses, but sometimes he doesn't always shine as brightly. And we're going to see Kenny from three-point land trying to shut down the East's momentum. See if they can answer back with perhaps a 3 of their own, or maybe even a slam dunk coming out from Tavella. But no, we're going to see it go down to low to the post to Umechi. Umechi blocked. Out of bounds, though. Nice block from Malka, the Pangolian. Sending it out of bounds. Watch out, fans. Don't get hit. Don't sue us, fans.
Yeah, with Kevin Malka, he's not really very known for his offensive prowess, but defensively, he is. You can argue that he is one of the better defenders in the league
Very
at
much
this current
so.
moment.
I mean, when he matches up, he is over 300 pounds as a small forward. Can definitely bull his way into the post and score on occasion, but he doesn't have the size to match up against the power forwards in the league. We're going to see Kim going for a three. No good. Renstill coming the other way. Could decide to do a spot-up jumper, and it is good from 12 feet out. Thought she was going to go for a three there for a second, but kept driving in to closer range.
Yeah, she had a little bit of a lunky bounce too, so
Don't tell her that. She shoots blind. You heard that? She
oh,
practices blindfolded.
that's pretty interesting.
Kim, no good on the shot. Julian gonna play point. Quick pass to Bear Quinn, who's down low in the post. Oh, he could have slammed it in, but again, just lays it up.
Excellent finding though from Corelli.
Yeah, no, good job. He's a shooting guard. Can definitely handle himself when he has to run point. In the West, build it back up to a 13-point lead after the East had whittled it down. We're going to see a three-point attempt, no good.
Yeah, right now the West is trying to do everything that they can to not get it back to that
That close, but we see
oh.
Krista. Poor decision there. Intercepted by Kim, I believe. And Akiak slows it down. Gives it back to Tavella. Tavella to Kim. Kim to Pratt. Pratt to Audie. Please, someone decide to take a shot. Kim, you're open, please. No.
A lot of passing from the East.
Just gonna let shot clock. Why don't we see a block from
Oh.
Jazz? No, sorry,
Excellent
Jazz. DQ. There you
Excellent block from the Big Bear. Don't get confused with the bear and the shark.
go. Look, they've both been apex predators tonight on the board, on the defense. I see a block, I instantly assume it's one of the three of them. We see a long three, no good. Turner gonna get the rebound. We're gonna see a fast play. Kinney gonna go for a quick shot, no good though. Now he's just trying to show off as the East have gone in a scoring drought. As I kind of cursed them at the 3-minute mark where I said that they were whittling away the lead, haven't scored since then. The West 98, East 85. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Sawyer's gonna have to go for a three, and finally, long range attempt converts for the East, breaking that scoring drought.
First score in a while.
Yeah, very much so. Finally, back to a 10-point game, but Turner is back on the court, and we know how he ended the last quarter.
Ooh.
Malark not going to let him go up for a shot, fouling him.
You fouled him a little bit hard there. I'm glad that it wasn't called for a technical.
A flagrant? Yeah, that would have been
flagrant.
Definitely maybe put a little bit more power behind it than he intended, but for some guys, they kind of have to put everything they have to stop Turner.
Yeah, Turner's a very hard guy to defend and foul in general and bring him down like that.
It's like in football, and you tackle the. There's some quarterbacks that you could tackle, but they have just so much of arm strength they can still throw a ball falling to the ground. Turner's very much the same way. You could be fouling him as hard as you think, and he's still going to just throw the ball up in the air. Tavella backing down against DQ, and DQ answering back with a hard foul of his own. A little tit for tat there. You want to foul?
He's trying to look up for his buddy a little bit.
I mean, you're going to foul his teammate. He might just foul your teammate a little bit harder. That's the thing. He's a little heavier than Malark, so I know Tavella's feeling that. Then again, I'm pretty sure he's been slapped a couple times by some girls, so who knows if that even really registered on his pain scale.
Oh.
Kinney. Just going to let the shot clock wind down. See if he gives up to Turner again like he did last time.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if that be the case.
Yes,
and
it
there
looks
we go.
like it. Backing up against Randolph. Randolph unable to stop him. Turner again ending the quarter with a bucket. Bringing the score to 102 for the West, 90 for the East.
Man, I know it's the All-Star game, but sometimes it's just mind-boggling how quickly teams can go to the century mark.
Yeah, I mean, considering we've had games in this year with this score line, and we still have a whole another 12 minutes to play. Any So any thoughts going into the fourth quarter for the East? I mean, we saw a spark of life there for a little while where they got it back to 6, but they just fell apart again.
Yeah, right now it's just try to find a way to get them sparks back. And as I said earlier in the game, the mid range can be your best friend in these kind of situations. Sure, they'll only give you 2 points, as we get to see a foul on Silvius.
Foul on
Going for two. Yeah,
Sawyer against Silvius.
foul on Sawyer against Silvius.
I was
My
gonna say,
mistake.
I don't know why
But
Silvius is at the line if he got fouled. If he fouled.
I fouled on, I should say. But yeah, trying to find a way to rely on the mid range and trying to avoid any of the bigs to get dished into the paint, or at least if they do get the ball, try to prevent them from going to the paint.
There we see Lance getting around, but
Oh.
Turner just sticking his paw out and just blocking it there. Niue, quick play. Blocked by again. This time Turner gets the rebound and off the glass, cleaning up behind his teammate. That's 22 points for him in the paint tonight, 29 overall.
Yeah, Jake is just a monster in the paint.
Yeah, I mean, I think his other points have come from the free throw line, to be honest. If he hasn't been doing it from the paint, he's been doing it from the free throw line. Sterling going to answer back, trying to get the shot up, but does draw the foul. Can't get it to fall.
I mean, honestly, getting a foul at that situation is the best thing that can happen for you against Turner.
Well, yeah, I mean, hopefully foul him out, but they just haven't been aggressive enough to get the contact. Whereas the West have been, that's one of the ways they've been exploiting it. No go on the first. They've been exploiting that post and just getting fouls called. I mean, again, most of these players don't play power forward or center often. We've seen Adi, Randy. I think even Malark played center for a little while there.
Yeah, comparing to the West, which is so deep when it comes to the forward/center positions. For the East, it's really all on their. I wouldn't say they're not deep in the forward position, but they have nobody for the center outside of Bankston.
Ooh, sorry, Lance there. Lance Lawyer there. Whew, the L is gonna throw me off. High arcing three is good, and we're gonna see Sterling answer back with one of his own.
Okay.
If the Meerkat can do it, the Polecat can do it better.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I mean,
did you not see
his forte.
Did you not see the hair flick after the shot? Unless Lawyer has some locks like that, I think Sterling is going to say he did it better. Lawyer with the ball again over to Turner. Turner, 3 seconds on the shot clock. Going to have to pull a rabbit out of his hat, and no good. Lance stays on the floor, doesn't reappear magically in the Fox's paws. Sawyer. Calling for a screen from Sterling. Actually gives over to Lance. Lance, turnaround jumper. High shot. Plays on the rim for a little while before it falls in. Lance now up to 23 points himself. Getting it done.
Yeah, Lance is doing a lot scoring-wise for the East.
Keeping them in it right now. We're going to see a quick pass over to Lawyer. Lawyer to Silvius. Silvius was open for a second there, but he's going to try and drive into the paint. Another foul called.
And one more.
Yeah, that's his third or fourth time driving to the paint that he's gotten a foul.
Yeah, Silvius is very, very quick, as you can see from there. Being able to just swoop right by him.
Yeah, both the East, I mean, definitely have speed and size on their side. I mean, Jake, we talked about his size, but he's also fairly fast, and Scooney's no slouch either. He made the N1, bringing up to 112 to 96. Not a scoreline you can say often going into the 9th minute to go in the fourth quarter. Bingzing trying to see if he still has that fire going. No good, though.
Yeah, not going to get it this time, big fella.
I can't blame him. He made one. If you make one, you just keep shooting until you get told or yelled at to stop. And no one's going to yell at you to stop here. And Turner, no one's telling him to stop as he just keeps lighting up. The Firefox going nuclear here as he crosses the 30 mark.
Are we about to see another night of the 40-point Fox?
Maybe. Even 9 minutes to go, and again, Sterling wide open. Okay, can't blame him for taking that one. He was so open.
I can't blame him, but at the same time, okay, we're
Lawyer
just
loses the
steal
ball
from
to
Grega.
Griga. Griga lays it up and in. Like you're saying, you can't blame someone with that open. I mean, even Turner would take that shot in the All-Star game, especially with how hot he's been right now.
Yeah, that's true. But we've seen Turner make it a couple of times while for Banks saying it seems like it's a once in a blue moon type of thing. But again, this is the All-Star game.
Well, especially when you're down by that much. I mean, we're going to see Inoue running out the shot clock, taking a late three, no good off the iron. Turner had the position, but Mackenbach better pause if he's able to grab it down. I'm surprised Turner didn't get that offensive rebound and just slam it back in, but the East will wipe the sweat off their brow as Griga gets the shooter's roll off the side iron. 14-point game, crossing the century mark. Both teams now, 200 points between the two of them.
Right now, the East is slowly catching up once again. But we'll see if their dreams will be crushed right here.
I'll call it catching up once they get to single digits again. Inoue blocked by Mackenbach.
Mackenbach showing a little bit of defensive effort here this late in the game.
Yeah, expect he's not going to let him just turn around and throw it up in the air like that. Mackenbach over to Wildfire. Wildfire down to Sterling. Sterling not even going to set up for the shot, falling away from the basket and turning around. I mean, you want to talk about points for difficulty. That's high up there. If there was a contest for difficult shots, that might be one of them.
Yeah, right now Banksy showing that all the West bigs that they're not the only ones that can make some noise.
Yeah, and Lawyer going to lose the ball again, and we're going to see 52 putting up a long three and gets it to fall. That is surprising.
We see a 14-5 run from the Eastern All-Stars, showing that they have some resiliency.
Yeah, Griga finally making another three. I have said it. They are catching up, and then Turner, of course, going to extinguish that flame right there with a shot from the free throw line. I don't know if they're going to count that as the paint or not. It was pretty close. Lance. Opportunity to make a three attempt here. Gives it to Sterling. Could have gone to Randy for an alley-oop possibly, but decided not to. Lance calls for a double screen attempt. Gives it to Sterling. Sterling wide open off the screen. That's a nice.
Just knowing him, he should have dunked that.
Yeah, I mean, could have dunked it, but after missing a few threes, perhaps just wanted to go for a little bit of an easy play. Turner against Sterling. Sterling got to put some fight into it. There we go. Nice defensive effort from Sterling. Turner unable to convert. That's his third miss tonight, which is sad to say considering he has made 13 other baskets. It's not often you get to say only 3 misses in a 30-plus point showing.
Ooh.
Lance, so close from the three-point line. Long range, too. Wish it was worth more, but got to count it. 7-point game now. East are not done yet with 6 minutes to play. This is still anyone's game. We're going to see Lance poke it out of Barrett's hands, but Barrett not able to keep a hold of it, but able to wrangle it back in. We see Turner again.
Right now everyone's just feeding it to Turner at this point. Laurier with the assist that time.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, it's a free assist. Let's be honest at this rate. Mackenbach fouled on the way up, almost fell, but no good. 2-point chance. I mean, I think every one of Turner's shots have been assisted. Even himself off of his miss was pretty much a self-assist with the offensive rebound. Go on the first. Mackenbach unwilling to let the lead grow anymore. Chance to keep it at 7 here, and Griga subbed out for Malark, even though with Griga's three-point ability, might want to keep him in. We're going to see the West go for a bit of a fast play here. Lawyer open off the pass, but Mackenbach again with a defensive effort blocks it out of bounds.
Yeah, Mackenbach right now is just showing how much effort that he wants in this game. I mean, sure, it is the All-Star game. We're all here for fun, but he's just showing once again that he does want to win. There's a lot of win in his heart.
Yeah, and unfortunately, tiring himself out in the process, Tavella's going to come in and sub him out. Hopefully give him a minute or two to rest and maybe keep him fresh for the final 2 minutes of play. Lawyer trying to work his way into the post. Decides just to pull up and jump, and nothing but net there from the Meerkat. Even though the
I would say the mid range is definitely one of his fortes as he's bringing it back up to 10.
But with Lance with the ball in his paws, you can't count him out. And we're going to see Sterling over to Tavella. Tavella for three now. No good. Turner going to play point guard, it seems, as he's going to set the play up over to Silvius. Silvius, easy bucket there. That's a assist for him. Turner, 1 rebound away from a double-double with 35 points and 9 rebounds. Added assist to that tally. A little late for him to go for the triple-double, but that would have been impressive to see in the All-Star game.
Yeah, but Turner's just showing how much of an IQ that he has, being able to find Silvius right there, having a little bit of a swap from the roles.
Yes, very much so. And we're going to see Tavella answering with a 3. Missed the first attempt, but convert the second. Yeah, Turner, if they wanted to play him at point guard, I don't know what Seattle would do, honestly.
That'd be a pretty interesting role to fill.
Yeah, I mean, you could have a almost 8-foot point guard, 8-foot center, and then have a sandwich of smalls between. Lawyer, high arcing 3. He has a little bit of a rough stretch there with a couple blocks and turnovers, but always consistent from that 3-point land. Lance maybe wanted to answer back, but with Scooney on him, that's such a challenge. Scooney can just reach out and block him if he's not careful. And
Yeah, but with the perimeter advantage, he does have it.
Time running down. Millark having to do a turnaround jumper. I think I would have rather seen Lance take the shot there, and Lawyer, no good. Millark able to put enough of defensive pressure on him to keep him from making that easy shot. Fast break, no good. So
I will not be surprised if we get a screen here.
Of course not. I mean, Tavella easily opening it up, but Tavella back to him. A nice screen, and then giving it back to the screener is the easiest way to get a lane to the basket. You know, Lawyer, slippery pause there, lost it.
Yeah, not really good with the handles. He has been struggling with that all game.
That happens. You get a little lazy on your dribbling, and suddenly it's swiped and no longer there. Tavella over top Scooney is good. 8-point game still here, 125 to 117. 2 minutes to go. You might see the East call timeout the next possession if they want to make some changes, because no dead balls have occurred in a while, and Scooney still showing off his range. And yes, nope, not actually going to do it. They're going to stay where they are. Scooney now with the double-doubles, 28 points, 10 rebounds.
Yeah, they're going to have to go for a 3 here at some point.
Oh, they're going to need to make a bucket, period. Sylvia's going to bring it up for the West. 1 minute, 50 seconds left to go. Inouye over to Scooney. Scooney is deadly from this range if he decides to drive in. No good, though. A little too much defensive pressure in the East now.
Right now he's just waiting for all his teammates to come up so they can set up a play real quick.
I think they're going to try and go for a 3 like you said. They are running out of time. Unless Tavella, so close. Scooney tried to go for the charge call there, but
yeah,
not enough contact to call for it.
That might be it for this game here. They only got about a minute left.
Well, I mean, unless... Oh, I'm going to see a quick foul, actually, from Millark. I was going to say, unless they pull a Turner where they score 4 points in under a second, I don't think East are going to be able to pull it back. I mean, some quick threes. I don't expect to see any late-game fouling. That's a little much in an all-star game. We're going to see Silvius just do a pull-up 3 just to kind of put the dagger in it.
Yep.
That's double-double for him, actually, tonight. 15 points, 10 assists.
Excellent game from him.
Well, I'd say excellent game from the West in all. In general, and we see Tavella falling away from the basket. Fadeaway, nice job. Still 11-point game, but like you said, I think the East know the writing's on the wall. Unless that kind of turnovers. I say that, and the West are trying to show off, I think, and they might pay for it, even though Scooney blocking Tavella, and we're going to see a Lawyer clutching it, getting the shot up, and fouled. Turner going to come over and congratulate him and thank him for the free assist, I think.
Oh, boy.
We're going to see both teams just pulling all their subs out. 35 seconds left. No reason to push people on the floor. We're going to see Lawyer going for his and one opportunity. Chance to add to his point total before the game ends. Converts it 133 to 119. Looks like we're going to see a split between the games. The East winning the rookie game and the West finishing up the All Star game unless the East pull some kind of magic out of nowhere. Umechi going to get the 3 for Pride there, get it within 11, and Krista just going to kind of answer back with a little close play of her own, decide not to go for a 3.
Yeah, I think right now they're just pretty much ready to wrap this game up.
Yeah, and Redmayne gonna give it to Tavella. Let Tavella have the shot. He's been catching fire there at the end. 124, 135. I don't think the West have. I think the West have enough respect not to go for another shot here, but I don't know, Julian. Are you gonna put up a last-second shot? No.
Nope.
I mean, you don't know these guys. They want to add a little to their point total. And let's see
Yeah.
who the player of the game is, even though I don't think there's any question
Yeah,
after
I don't think
his
it's really no surprise
uh,
who
after
probably
after his almost 40-point performance. Jake Turner, 35 points, 9 rebounds, and an assist.
I mean, considering when it came to the final roster for these two teams, there was just no way that he was not going to have a stellar game
Yeah, I mean, no
here.
doubt.
With
We're going to just take a quick look at the points. Lawyer, 21 points, 8 for 15, 3 for 6 from him, 3-point lands. Sylvius, 15 points, 10 assists, a double-double. Anue, 7 points and 10 assists as well, getting it done on the floor. And then Turner, good God, 15 of 18 and perfect from the free throw line. Scooney, 20 points, 10 rebounds, 2 blocks. Same for Turner, actually, 2 blocks from him. Julian only put up 1 basket, but made a convert at least. DeMarcus, 4 assists, 6 points, 1 for 4 from the field. Krista, 2 for 3, unable to convert her 1 3-point attempt. Bearquin, perfect from the floor, 6 of 6 for 13 points and 4 rebounds. DQ, getting it done with 7 rebounds, a big block, and 4 points. Jazz, also not slacking, 8 points, 1 assist. And then Malco, getting it done with the rebound and a block. Sterling, a little bit light of a showing from him. 8 points, 7 assists, or 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals. Definitely active in the defensive end. Wildfire, 25 points, 6 assists, and 1 rebound. 11 of 16, carrying the East in points. Sawyer, 7 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists. Mackenbach, the Rat, 13 points, 5 of 9 from the field, and 4 rebounds, and 3 huge blocks, too, coming out from the Rat. Malark, 7 points, 2 assists, and a block. And then Tavella, coming off the bench, 19 points, second in scoring for the team. Kim, 2 points, 2 assists, a little light, but over 4 from 3-point land, unfortunately. Griga, 2 for 4 from 3-point land, but 12 points and 3 steals as well. So many steals coming out from the East.
mm-hmm.
Adi Morales getting it done everywhere. 8 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, 2 steals. Umechi, 13 points, assist, a steal. Akiak, 3 points, 2 assists. And Redmayne getting it done with some points as well. Definitely a interesting game considering how many steals there were.
Yeah, I would have to say that it was definitely entertaining from all aspects, from both offensively and defensively. I'm a little disappointed in the features of the dunks because usually people dunk like crazy when it comes to to when the big boys getting ready to play. But hey, to each their own. We still got a nice offensive features from both teams. Of course, Jake Turner doing Jake Turner things
Well, I
throughout the
mean, he dunked
entirety
the
of the game.
ball like twice, and I think Randy got a dunk in too. There were a couple dunks, like you said, but there were some
There were a
opportunities
couple.
for some more.
Yeah, I mean, you can get a little bit flashy too. Try to go for those 360 windmills or something like that.
Oh Lord, that's the last thing a coach wants to see. Their player goes up for a 360 windmill dunk, lands funny on their knee, blows it out, and hey, you're
Oh,
out for the rest of the
jeez.
season.
I mean, like if it's a clear, fast break, let them have their fun. Let them show out a little bit.
Oh, but no, it was a good game all around. The East definitely getting the turnovers going. They had so many opportunities to close the gap, but the West, I mean, you mentioned the post just so dominating, so few shots missed between all of them, and then the daggers from the 3-point land coming out from Lawyer and Sylvius.
Yeah, of course. With those two players, especially for representing Dakota, they've definitely shown a lot of young splashers, as we would like to call them, here in the SportsDen crew. But yeah, excellent showing from the West all around, especially in the post. Like when it came to the roster situation, there really wasn't much that the East could do to stop that.
Except score
'Cause-
lots of threes. That was the only option they had, and they tried. Don't get me wrong, they tried, and they just couldn't get them all.
yeah, the luck with the basketball gods weren't really as with them when it comes to the 3-point land. But it is what it is. Sometimes these things happen, but at the end of the game, it's an exhibitionist match, and it's all in good fun.
Yep. 5 years ago, we instituted that only fun rule. I think, whenever that was, only fun. No,
Yes,
no,
only
no,
fun.
no goring. No death matches. But yeah, from the East, a couple players standing out off the bench. Umechi, 13 points, perfect from 3-point land. Maybe making an argument for that. He was a little unrightfully snubbed from that starting lineup. Griga as well impressing, 12 points from him. Not perfect from the field, but 2 of 4 from 3-point lands and 5 of 9 overall. Putting an argument in that maybe he could have been a starter, maybe next year, in fact, if he keeps it up.
Yeah, he's definitely I would say that he could be a huge candidate for the most improved player as well, considering the fact of his situation from last year, not really be able to find his footing in Lorraine at a point. But now he's been able to improve and get a chance to have a spot in the starting lineup, being their starting power forward, I believe.
Yeah, most recently it seems like he's switched over to power forward. But yeah, I mean, considering last year he had just come back from retiring, he had unretired. Uh, there's some rust there. Definitely has to be shaken off. So, uh,
Yeah.
as I was saying, a great showing tonight from both teams. I'd like to thank you for joining me, Marcus.
Hey, it's not a problem. It's like I said, it has been a while. Speaking of rust, gotta get a little bit of that out of the system to get these things going.
I think what's a rust-colored bear called? Or polar
Uh,
bear? Are you just a? I don't think you're a polar bear anymore if you're all rust-colored.
I think that we would probably be a grizzly bear at that point if we're pretty rusty.
Eh,
I don't know,
is that how
but
you? Is that how you hide away from the fans that think you're Bobby?
uh, no, I think it's pretty fine. I'm like he's more of a casual dresser. I'm more of a fancy dresser. You know how it is. Got to
Yeah.
be classy for a journalist.
Well, thank you everyone for tuning in and joining us tonight. I've been Ryan Eastman, and he's been Marcus Baylor.
All right, you guys have a good night.